Hello and welcome again to the Association of Smaller Congregations Conference. It is wonderful to be here with you again through the miracle of Zoom and technology. I am currently serving as a pastor in California, but I was at one point the president of ASC, living in Georgia. And this is a wonderful way for me to be able to be with you again. And another joy of this Zoom conference is that we're able to continue with one of my favorite parts of each conference, which is our prayer circles. And we'll have two sessions where we gather in smaller groups to pray for one another and to reflect on our experiences in the conference up until this point. So let me tell you a little bit about how these will work. On Zoom, we'll be able to do them in breakout rooms, and so when you join for that session of the conference, then you will be placed in a breakout room. We will do this 2 times during the course of the conference. The time will be on the schedule that you have, and we're hoping that in each one we'll be able to place you back into the breakout room that you were before, so you'll be sharing both times during the prayer circles with the same group of people. So it's very important for you to be a part of these prayer circles and be there for one another. When you're placed in the prayer circles, the first thing we usually do is introduce each other conveniently. On Zoom, we have our names at the bottom of our screen, so people will know your name. But do take a moment, especially that first time, to introduce yourself, who you are, and to share what brings you to the Association for Smaller Congregations Conference. And that's a really great time to use an invitational model in Zoom, since you can't really just go around a circle. So I might say something like, "Hi, I am Reverend Mary Bean, and I pastor a small church in Windsor, California, and I'm really excited to be here. And I would love to hear from Joe," and invite him to share who he is and why he's here. It's a really lovely opportunity to practice that style of invitational leadership within these circles. After the invitation has been made and everyone has had a chance to check in, then we get a chance to share with one another a little bit more deeply about what it is that we are bringing to the conference and what it is that we are learning and experiencing within the conference. So I usually invite the group to sit for just a moment or two in quiet, and then to invite someone to share a prayer request. It can be something that is happening at home that you're having a hard time leaving behind. It may be something that you have experienced at the conference or that you hope to experience at the conference. It may be something that's on your mind about the world that you really would like to lift up in prayer with a group of people and you haven't had a chance to do that yet. A prayer for the church that you serve, the church that you belong to, the church that you are a part of, or even the larger church. All of these are wonderful opportunities to pray together in these circles. After everyone in the group has had a chance to lift up a prayer request, then it's time to pray for one another. So then I usually invite the group to choose one person to begin the prayer and one person to end the prayer. The person who is going to begin the prayer may pray for somebody in the circle, a specific prayer that was lifted up. They may pray more generally. They may pray for the person on their right, the person on their left, something that they heard as they were together sharing their prayer requests. And then we allow the prayer requests to bubble up naturally. So someone may pray once or twice, someone may not pray at all. But the hope is that everyone has a chance to pray for one another. And when it seems like all of those prayers have bubbled to the surface and been offered, then the last person closes the group and ends that prayer time. After that last person says amen or whatever they use to close the prayer, then it's often lovely to just sit for a few moments in silence and let that prayer settle and let yourself feel grounded in the moment where you are. And after that, it's time to go. So That may take a long time for some groups, depending on how deeply they share. It may be a very short session for other groups. There's nothing wrong about how to do these prayer circles, as long as we continue to pray for one another and take this time to reflect on our experiences with smaller congregations. So thank you so much, and it's wonderful to get to be here with you again, and I look forward to praying with you.